Coaching brief from the start for Francesco Totti tonight. And they move the corner short-ish.
See, I don't get that. They tried it once, didn't come off. Try it again, got it totally and utterly wrong. When you're playing a team who are not very good away from home, put them under pressure a little bit early in the game. Put quality in the box if you get the opportunity from corners early on. They just haven't done that.
Stepping in there was Bruno Fernandes. Sampdoria then wanted to try and open up Roma. Nuri was the target. Rudiger got to it. Sampdoria looking a threat when they move forward.
Well, that's what I was saying about three at the back. A couple of times now they've just got picked apart. Rudiger full stretch again, had to clear his lines. If you get it wrong as a three, which they have done a couple of times so far, you can get punished on a regular basis. We're only what? In the 5th minute of the game.
Silvestro makes his move off the head of Edin Dzeko. Put back in by Linetti, but Roma standing their ground. Perez at the back heel, Mangala with a switch, and it almost dropped perfectly for El Shaarawy.
I think he should have took that on his stride there. Beautiful height for him, could have took it on his chest and just controlled it. It beat the defender. The ball was an absolute beauty. Well, the opening 5 minutes or so tell you it's going to be a pretty open game.
Yeah, the closest we've been so far. Luis Muriel striking a post with Sampdoria's first attack of the evening. And the Coppa Italia is Sampdoria's chance to make a name for themselves this season. Oh, in a bit of no man's land in Serie A, the 13th, no real danger behind them. 14 points clear of trouble, and they don't look like they'll trouble those ahead of them either. 12 points off the top 6.
Yeah, that's a difficult position to be in, isn't it, at this stage of the season? Real comfort zone, knowing that the bottom 3 look doomed. Unless somebody at the top half of the table has a real bad run of games, you're not going to get involved in Europe, so it's a horrible position to be in.
Bouncing away from Edin Dzeko. Did miss the penalty against Udinese at the weekend. I think the penalty's just landed. It was that bad a kick.
That's an understatement, isn't it? That's one of the worst I've ever seen. I think there'd been a goal on top of that goal. It still cleared the crossbar on the second goal. It was that bad.
They'll go under a bit of pressure.
Interesting role for Nainggolan, isn't it now? We know what a tenacious player he's been. A little bit deeper, breaks play up, he's always done that very well, but now being asked to play a different role further forwards, just behind Dzeko, not easy to switch when you've got that mentality.
Well, it's a bit of a twist on that number 10 role, because Roma want to win the ball as high up the pitch as possible, and they've put a ball-winning midfielder in that number 10 role in Nainggolan, who's comfortable on the ball as well, but you'd say his qualities are more trying to win the ball back.
Yeah, but what does he do then when he's in that final third and he wins it back? His temptation then, because of the player he's been, is to track back and to try and keep making that ground up, getting back, and it's a different discipline totally, so I think he's finding it a little bit difficult.
Would score a wonderful goal at the weekend in the win against Udinese for Roma. There's Rudiger. Linetti was right on his toes. Sounds under a bit of pressure, Marco Giampaolo. Sampdoria have taken 2 points from the last 15 points available. Goalless draw at home to Empoli at the weekend, and talk is that this is a big game for him tonight in terms of his future with Sampdoria.
Yeah, Muriel took that pressure right off him, couldn't he, in the first couple of minutes?
Big game for him tonight in terms of his future. is waiting in the middle here. Sampdoria claiming the handball, but Roma survived those appeals. And Sharawi has made his move to Roma, a permanent one now for Milan. There's De Rossi. Dzeko waiting for the cross in the middle. Flicked down to the sky by Christian Puccioni. There's De Rossi.
Threat Dzeko can be from quality supply from wide areas. 6'4". His goal strike rate this season has been exceptional. 18 goals this season, just in January.
Not bad. For Larson in the Roma goal, stepping in to replace Wojciech Szczesny as Roma's #1 tonight.
Back to Dzeko, just shows you how important strikers can be and why they get paid more than anybody else, because those 18 goals, that's why a big part of why Roma are in second place, with the chance of putting big pressure on Juve at the top.
He was much maligned last season for his many misses. Edin Dzeko lost his place to Diego Perotti, and one newspaper said rather have a false number 9 than a failed number 9. He's responded this season.
Well, what a great response that is when you see headlines like that, but I'm not sure players do read papers and what journalists say about them.
Lovely ball, and Perez trying to pull it back for Edin Dzeko.
Again, the diagonal ball, absolutely brilliant. Rated to perfection, and just the right thing here. It's just good defending, didn't switch off, kept his eye on the ball. Just got his body in the way. Left arm might have come into play a little bit. No appeals. Assistant had a good view.
Leandro Paredes on set piece duty here. Poor one. Got a chance to atone for it.
It was a shocker. It wasn't the best defending you'll ever see either. Bounced before it got to the near post.
Rudiger waits. This is Fazio. Redders again. Picking out Perez. And this is Rudiger.
The inside flank's gone up, is it? Got a decent strike. This one they change. There you see, flag goes straight off. It's good thinking, mixing it up a little bit. Like to see that. First one wasn't very good. Second one worked a little bit better, but a little bit of laziness in the box from the Roma players there. Didn't come out quickly enough.
Roma putting the squeeze on Sampdoria. Sampdoria trying to play themselves out of trouble and ran into Roma. Dodo up high above Perez. That's Rudiger. Missed it that time, Dodo. That's Nainggolan. Sigurini giving chase to it.
The claim for handball. I think the referee's given it.
It's not for him.
Not a handball, was it? Dangerous.
Well, they usually do something in this competition. Whether it's winning it or making the final, they usually make their mark in the Coppa Italia. No team has been to the final more times than Roma. 17 times they've been finalists. 9 times winners. Only Juventus can beat that. That's Berezinski. Bruno Fernandes trying to lay that into the path of Budimir.
time they've got possession in that final third, Sampdoria. They're asking questions of Roma. Again, you question the system at the back. Particularly tight at the moment.
Edin Dzeko, De Rossi. Nainggolan wanted the ball through the middle. De Rossi angled it towards El Shaarawy. Edin Dzeko, De Rossi. Nainggolan wanted the ball through the middle. De Rossi angled it towards El Shaarawy. You mentioned the three at the back, Gary, and the fact that a lot of teams in England are playing it now. 11 Premier League teams have at one stage or another so far this season gone with three at the back.
Problem is
when on trend right now.
Yeah, it is, but the problem is if it doesn't work one week, you're tempted not to play it again. So that's the problem a coach has got now. Does he stick with it? Does he persevere? Conte has done that. Luiz has come back into it and looked a different player. Although Tottenham picked them apart the other week. So it can happen. It's one of those systems that motive subject. Some people like it. If it comes off, it looks good, but if it doesn't, it can look pretty bad.
There's Mario Rui finding Daniele De Rossi. Perez, who's been excellent going forward this season down the Roma right. Here's the wing back again. Paredes. Federico Fazio's turn possession over, and it's Muriel who's driving at Roma. And Juan Jesus was there to get Federico Fazio off the hook.
Although we see one of the pitfalls of it, again, the three at the back. One of the three lose it, all of a sudden you can see the panic in the faces of the other two, trying to get back, trying to stop Muriel going clear. The problem becomes more because the wing backs have gone beyond as well, so then they've got to try and track back.
Dodo on the launch pad here. Gets it back from Lanetti. Lanetti turning into trouble, and this is Edin Dzeko. Rui has found El Shaarawy. Tries to pick out Edin Dzeko.
Well, the applause is there from Dzeko, but it wasn't the best. Never gave him an opportunity. He's trying to use that diagonal ball to the maximum.
Once again, it is pretty much a diamond system which Sampdoria are operating with here tonight. It's Marco Giampaolo's formation of choice. The referee having a look at that challenge from Rajda Nainggolan. He claimed he got the ball. The referee's ball play back.
I think it's good refereeing. He had a look, see if there's any advantage. Didn't see one. Well, that's Nainggolan all over, isn't it? And straight away his arm come up and said no, it wasn't a foul. He got the ball. He's always liable to give a free kick away coming in from behind like that.
40-year-old Francesco Totti watching on. He's played for Roma now in 25 calendar years.
I mean, that is desire for you. 40. How long is he going to go on? Is he going to go for 50?
Who knows? He's still making an impact in matches, so he says, whilst I'm in this kind of form, why should I stop?
Isn't there a Japanese or Chinese international that 50 years old he's still playing?
I'll get back to you. What can Sampdoria produce with this free kick? Smashed away by Juan Jesus. Back in there by Juricic.
Agricultural to say the least there. Smashed it straight to his own player.
Juricic again. Dzeko moving for this, off the head of Silvestre. There's the playmaker, Sigarini. Juricic on the move, Budimir. Dzeko moving for this, off the head of Silvestre. Sent in towards Muriel, who almost got to it, he does get to it. And this is now Budimir trying to tiptoe his way through, and somehow Roma survive.
Look very vulnerable, don't they? Earlier, every time they go forward, Sampdoria, they're looking to cause a problem. It's a man backing up there, hint of panic in there again, can't clear the lines. Get lucky there that it comes off a Sampdoria player.
There's no Kostas Manolas in this starting 11 tonight. He's a key figure in that Roma back line. They are looking a little bit shaky every time Sampdoria move forward.
Yeah, there's a hint of panic. They don't look comfortable on the ball. It's like they're hacking it clear, and that's not what you expect to see from a back three. Usually composure, and they like to bring it out from the back.
Nice to Nainggolan, ricochet kindly for him. El Shaarawy looking for Daniele De Rossi. Roma having to stretch, but they've managed to keep the move alive here. De Rossi now in the middle, an overhead cross, and it comes to nothing.
It's poor quality. First from Nainggolan. I think he picked the wrong pass. He was in a good area there. I think he's shaking his head saying, yeah, I've got it wrong. Could have played it across the face of the goal. They had numbers in the box at a particular time. Talking earlier about how important goals are, we talked about Dzeko's 18. Yeah, he's a striker. But one thing, looking at both sets of defenders, you expect defenders to chip in with goals. There's 7 defenders out there, there's 1 goal between them. And you think, well, that's not good enough.
Well, they didn't manage to move the ball outside the penalty area the first time of asking. No question where it's going this time from Christian Puccioni. Sampdoria fan, born and bred. Rudiger. The architects of their own downfall, if anything comes of this. Lanetti has found Bruno Fernandes. Muriel. Juricic this time trying to slalom his way through.
They're getting away with murder at the moment, Roma. They really are. They're getting the look of the bounce around their own 18-yard box. Again, it was Rudiger this time who was just slow on the ball. He was ponderous. The first touch was heavy. And it just gives Sampdoria that little bit of a spark, thinking, right, if they're going to do that, we can pounce on this and maybe cause a little bit of an upset. Rudiger this time was just slow on the ball. He was ponderous. The first touch was heavy.
Paredes, again Roma. Giving the ball away, that's Budimir. A real power, Ellison right behind it, but Roma need to wake up here.
You don't see any cohesion throughout the team as units. The back unit doesn't look very confident. Midfielder giving the ball away, probably catching what the back three have got. No service at all, really, for Dzeko and Co up front.
Sampdoria made a good start to this game, but they haven't got the goal as of yet. They are worrying Roma. De Rossi. Good start to this game. Rui and Dzeko looking to move for it, but Silvestre comes up with the answer for the visitors. Roma have it back though.
Handball. I'm not sure he can give that, you know. Arms by his side, it's in between the legs a little bit there. That's a bit harsh.
Roma looking to profit from that decision. Puccioni saved the penalty at the weekend. They have a little bit to do here. Perez standing over it. We'll just blast this here. Paredes.
What was that? What goes through the minds? Great opportunity to put pressure on, and he does that. Was it a cross? Was it a shot? I'm not too sure.
Not too sure if he knows either. There's De Rossi. Oh, Mario Rui. Paredes. Picked out Perez beautifully there. Now De Rossi elected to slide the ball inside the box rather than shoot, but that's a terrific effort. Has it gone in from Paredes? He thought so, but the referee and his assistants say no.
What a strike that was, by the way. Clean as you like. Stunning. And that's brought the crowd to life.
With a tone to the free kick he hit a few seconds earlier. There's Perez. Volume lifted inside the Stadio Olimpico, and Pugioni was almost caught up by his own defender there.
Oh, ducked at the last minute, didn't he? A bit of confusion, but look at this for a strike. No, it didn't go over the line. Nearly knocked the goal frame down. It's hit with such power. They are trying to do Roma every time. I get it. They're trying to get that diagonal ball played in, especially from left to right, and it's working quite well for them at the moment. That opportunity was created because that diagonal ball was played.
Back on Sampdoria now with Bruno Fernandes trying to shake off Fazio.
Well, again, so easy to break that defence down. I think he should have had a go himself there, you know. Look at this for a strike. Oh, dear. Pugioni must have thought he was beaten and in trouble there. It was past him in a flash.
Away by Nainggolan. In by Berezinski. Sigarini looking for Silvestri to stay forward. Seems of Leandro Paredes, who hit that shot a few moments ago. He was touted by Luciano Spalletti as saying he could be better than Miralem Pjanic, who left these parts for Juventus in the summer. We've just seen a glimpse in that effort of what he's all about.
It's all about technique when you hit it. When it comes down from that height, get that right. Outstanding talent to do that. Well, guess who? Nainggolan.
Bodo having trouble just trying to put his boot back on. He'll be back with us shortly. Budimir's header just got away from Muriel.
He did well there, Budimir. 6'3", good target. Good foil for Muriel. We've seen real pace when he gets into his stride.
Bontos Berezinski making his debut tonight in this game. Signed from Legia Warsaw for €2 million. There's Perez. Rudiger. Sampdoria attack the Roma back line. Look like they have a mistake in them tonight.
They do, and I think the problem is as well, Perez really aren't getting back to help. They're not tucking in when they need to. it's all right being a wing back, but sometimes you've got to get back in there and help out. And that's where Sampdoria at the moment are getting profit from, just getting into those areas alongside the back three.
De Rossi, fired goalwards by El Shaarawy. And Christian Puccioni down to come up with the answer.
Someone to Nainggolan's goal. Comes into the box slightly behind him, doesn't get all of it. So Puccioni make the save.
Being told to get a move on by the home fans. Christian Puccioni. Fairly open game so far. Half an hour in, 0-0 between Roma and Sampdoria in the last 16 of the Coppa Italia. And Zigarini linked with a move away from Sampdoria. Lanetti. There's Dodo. Muriel. It was a nice idea to try and pick out Dodo, who's left floored after the challenge by Bruno Perez, but the referee happy with the challenge. Mario Rui. Fans enjoyed that one. There's Paredes. Perez getting too much on it for Dzeko.
Yeah, he hasn't had a great deal of service so far, Dzeko.
Overall banging form right now. They've won 6 of their last 7 games in Serie A. And when they haven't been at their best, they have been winning games. Digging it out, toughing it out as they did against Udinese.
But apart from the most important piece. Scuffed his shot. Puccioni comfortably saves. Sign of a good team though when they have to dig results out. That's why they're still in second place, putting pressure on Juve.
Juve were beaten at the weekend by their bitter rivals Fiorentina, which has opened up the title race.
There's the run and there's the scuff at the end of it. It's good for Italian football that it's closer, because over the past few years Juve have had it all their own way. Chip from behind there, that was meant as well. Two Milan teams, Inter and AC, have not got involved, have they, really, over the past 3 or 4 years? Been miles behind in terms of points. A bit closer this season. Two Milan teams, Inter and AC, not got involved, have they, really, over the past
Lanetti looking for Budimir. There's the handball. In terms of the title race, though, the feeling in Italy is that Juventus, once being top at the moment by a point, and with the game in hand over Roma. Just in terms of the title race, though, the feeling in Italy is that Juventus, once being top at the moment by a point, and with the game in hand over Roma, are having their problems. And we saw them in the Supercoppa against Milan just before Christmas, and they didn't look great in that game either.
The teams around them have got to pick up on that and just put pressure on when they play them. Hope they drop points against other teams, but the teams around the top, when they do get to play them, have got to increase that pressure and hopefully get themselves involved.
Not too bad though when you're not playing great, you're still top of the league.
Yeah, with a game in hand. No 4 points clear, will do.
Filip Juricic and Silvestre.
There's the handball, clearly came off top of his arm and slid down.
Rui.
A real mixed bag this first half, isn't it? It's had its moments. Muriel hitting the post in the first few minutes. Wonder strike against the crossbar.
Chance maybe here for El Shaarawy. Now to Rossi. Paredes again. Kept out this time by Pugioni.
Not a great deal to do, Pugioni, but it's a decent save. Made beautifully for him, hits it really well. Good height for him. It's better from Roma. Until then.
There was Paredes with the cross, which comes to nothing for the home team.
He's had a mixed bag, hasn't he, Paredes? There's a shot coming in. It is a good height. Does the right thing. Just palms it away from danger.
Regini there, the captain of Sampdoria, is playing as a makeshift central defender tonight, having his say with the referee. Towering header from Fazio. Fazio again, on loan at Roma from Tottenham. This is Perez. Rudiger. Perez, De Rossi, nice football from Roma. Nainggolan. Nainggolan trying to catch out the keeper again, that's what he was trying to do.
No.
Was he trying to cross that for Edin Dzeko?
He was trying to cross that, believe me. He wasn't trying to catch the keeper. I might tell you that, but definitely. Times he's run beautifully. He has a look there that you see, tries to play him in and gets it horribly wrong. Not what you expect for somebody of his quality.
Yeah, just doing them a massive favour there.
You're trying your very best, yeah.
Both teams have struck the woodwork in this game. Luis Muriel the post. And Leandro Paredes the crossbar for Roma. There's Daniele De Rossi. Followed by Edin Dzeko. Perez has Rudiger.
Weak. He's done him there, and then just clipped him. Knew he was in trouble.
Pugioni trying to get the attention there of Luis Muriel. And by Daniele De Rossi, put away by Berezinski. Edin Dzeko trying to keep it alive, and then it was El Shaarawy who took aim. Sampdoria stand their ground.
The initial free kick was an absolute cracker. A great area. Sampdoria defended.
That's Dodo. There's Filip Juricic. Dodo. De Rossi. Must have been a spot of bother there, Daniele De Rossi, but he's never one to panic.
He certainly didn't there, brought it down beautifully. Knew what was around him. Came out of it. Flying colours.
And the trademark run from El Shaarawy. Nainggolan! That's how to pick your spots! Roma flex their muscle in the Stadio Olimpico. Out of nothing, they hit the front.
That wasn't a cross, was it? Dear me, what a strike that is. I wish he'd show a little bit of emotion though, smile a bit. And they know what a fabulous strike that was. The bench. Look. No emotion. Look, you don't score many of these. They got a bit lucky there. But I tell you what, you've got to take advantage of that look. Bad defending, but that's a wonderful strike. Steadied himself. Look at that, perfectly still when he hits it.
Luciano Spalletti calls him Roma's Superman because he's capable of doing absolutely everything. Rajda Nainggolan, we've mentioned his new position this season, playing in a number 10 role behind the front two. He's just scored an absolute gem here.
So it's all about technique there. I mean, he expected something to happen there. So he just planted one foot, one leg straight. His body was still when he hit it, slightly off balance. Just came off the outside of his right foot, but the balance was enough to allow him to do that. It's beautifully struck.
Goal number 6 of his campaign. Number 6 of his campaign. Roma have been a more threatening team after a good start by Sampdoria.
It just shows what a strange game football can be. 2 minutes previous, right-hand side, perfect opportunity to put Dzeko in, made a right hash of it, put it right over the crossbar. 2 minutes later, comes his way, volleys it in the top corner.
Paredes winning the ball back for Roma. Rui, Edin Dzeko lurking in the middle. Come through here to Bruno Perez. De Rossi, Perez, Nainggolan, El Shaarawy. It was set up beautifully.
Should have scored, should have at least hit the target. Trying to smash it too hard. Beautifully worked. What was coming across the face of the goal. Lovely bit of improvisation by Nainggolan. He'll just take a bit off it here. Look, it just goes and hits it. Watch it. See it rippling in that top corner. It's beautifully worked. There's a goal. Look at that. That's anybody watching. That's how you strike a ball like that. Remember, Jermaine Defoe did one in the Premier League, I think, last season. Ruthenick, similar position. Body still. Absolutely fabulous to watch.
Roma have been virtually untouchable on this patch of grass this season. 9 wins out of 9 in Serie A. The only team that has beaten them here this season was Porto, a costly defeat as well in the Champions League playoffs. This season, 9 wins out of 9 in Serie A. The only team that has beaten them here this season was Porto, a costly defeat as well in the Champions League. This is Dodo. Linetti. Sigarini. This is Dodo. Bruno Fernandes looking for Budimir, who tried the clever flick to move away from Juan Jesus. Fazio manages to bulldoze his way through.
To hold that there in the box.
Filip Juricic. Budimir theatrically throws himself to the ground.
To say, in the early stages, Sampdoria looked the better team. They looked shaky at the back. Roma, and you just feel if one of the better teams at the top of the league would have been playing against them, it might have been a different story.
Welcome Roma again, and Puccioni manages to deal with that.
And again, very well, Puccioni. Shaarawy this time does well, takes a bit off it, hits the target, gets the goalkeeper working very well.
Roma hunting a second before the break here. Redis to take this. It was a poor one, although De Rossi almost got the flick. Nainggolan almost did it again.
What a clean strike again. bet your bottom dollar his body was perfectly still again. Not the greatest of corners. One touch, beautifully done. Look at that, how still his body is again. Hardly a movement. Not the greatest of corners. One touch, beautifully done.
A player that was wanted by Chelsea last summer. A player that's been wanted by Antonio Conte for quite some time, going back to when he was in charge at Juventus. Wanted by Chelsea last summer. He's been wanted by Antonio Conte for quite some time, going back to Paredes, El Shaarawy. Roma in front at the break. They made a slow start to this game and could have easily been caught out when Luis Muriel struck a post for Sampdoria, but every time Roma moved forward, they looked like scoring. And it was Rajda Nangalin who struck an absolute beauty. 25 yards from goal, picked his spot and found it to put Roma in front at the break at the Stadio Olimpico. Roma leading Sampdoria by a goal to nil at the break.
You need to be ready. You need to see what's coming.
My Scholl Gel Active insoles completely changed the way it feels to walk. Even when I'm on my feet all day long, it still feels like I'm walking on a gel cloud.
From the Scholl Foot experts, Gel Active insoles with 3 components for double the comfort.
I love it when the last step of the day
Feels as good as the first. Gel Active insoles from Scholl. With 3 components for double the comfort.
For anyone with kids to spoil. For anyone with a sense of adventure. For anyone who wants the best of France. Sail and stay with Brittany Ferries and save 15%, even during school holidays. Search brittanyferries.ie now.
Why pay more for your flights than you have to? Use Kayak's price forecast tool to see if you should book now or wait for a lower price. Try it now on kayak.ie.
The world is at peril. We need people with the skills and the attitude. That's why Triple X.
Now that's a team I can work with.
Here we go.
The good, the extreme, and the completely insane.
You ready to have some fun?
I go low.
I'll go high.
How we eat has changed. There's no elbows on the table because you don't need one. You can laugh with your mouth full. And napkins are optional. So let's share. And share like. Tap into it. Just eat. Find your flavor.
Hello, SkyTech team. Yes, I'm afraid he's broken the broadband.
Alfred, I'm fixing it.
Again.
No problem. We're always here to help. Let's have a look. Okay, I can see the back computer is disconnected. First, let's restart the router.
All right.
Gee, nothing's working, Batman. You've tried everything.
No, we haven't.
Then connect the yellow cable into the yellow port at the back of the router.
Got it.
You did it!
Yeah, I did.
Your computer's connected.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Alfred, fixed it.
I have another call to make.
Sky's broadband tech team are trained to resolve most broadband problems on the phone or online. It's all part of the service.
Nerds.
Sky. Believe in better. Sky's broadband tech team are trained to resolve most
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. What we'll see will defy explanation.
Shake that boom, 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 whoa. Alright, so boom, you know how it goes. Shut down, rave, mash up the stage show. I get high, then I drop it low. Shake that boom, 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 boom. Wind that boom, 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 boom. Go, boom, 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 boom. Crank it. Crank it.
You were made to move. We were made to help you. Lucozade Sport, made to move.
This year on Sky Atlantic. Incredible award-winning drama. of the year. World-class storytelling exclusively on Sky Atlantic.
There are loads of singles joining Match.ie right now. They could be closer than you think. Match.ie. Join free today.
If reading, writing or working with numbers is holding you back, free text the word LEARN to 50050. This free and confidential service is supported by Unpost.
Here's the last 16 of the Coppa Italia at the Stadio Olimpico tonight. It's Roma against Sampdoria playing for a place in the quarter-finals. Roma leading at the break by a goal to nil, but things, Gary, could have been so different had Luis Muriel taken this opportunity.
It was a terrific opportunity. Look, he does everything right, but he's got to hit the target there. He looked a bit casual when he slipped it underneath the goalkeeper. There, look, you think, well, he thinks he scored. He should have scored.
A chance right at the start of the game. And then Rudiger taking aim there. He was offside as Roma looked to flex their muscle.
It was a shaky start by Roma. They came back into it. It was a bit unfortunate, I think. Giving that away, you see here, goes through his legs, hits his hand underneath, and that's accidental for me, but look at this, for poor quality from a free kick in a good position.
Yeah, Leandro Paredes with that. He would have a little bit of quality though, a little bit later, but that was an effort from Paredes, which struck the crossbar. He claimed goal. The goal line technology said no, and we all thought the Rossi was going to take a shot there.
What a strike that was. So unlucky. He thought he'd scored, but goal line technology, there we go. Nowhere near. Not the goal frame down, but nowhere near gone over the line.
This was the point where Roma really took control of the first half, and Stefan El Shaarawy had a couple of things to say.
Yeah, that's difficult there from where he was. Slightly behind him. Half decent purchase on it because it's difficult. It's into the ground. It's difficult there. Comfortable save.
That's pretty much what he's been doing in the first half, running at Sampdoria, getting a real power for Puccioni to worry about.
Yeah, the run was good. The shot was a little bit scuffed.
This was Paredes again. Puccioni getting across to it.
First time Puccioni. Good height for him. Good clean strike.
This was Paredes again. And this was beautiful football from Roma up until that.
Trying to put Jacko out. You could see. He knew he got it awfully wrong. And I'll tell you what. He doesn't get this one, does he? That was a wonderful strike. But watch when he hits it. You've got to watch him there. Look at the sprint there. Then he slows down, stops himself, plants one leg. Watch this. There. Perfectly still, just slightly off balance. Comes off the outside of his foot, takes a bit off, unstoppable. Wonderful.
Brilliant goal from Rashta Nangelin. I'm sure he smiled at one point, but that put Roma in front, and he almost made it too.
But again, when he hits it, I always look at how the body shape is and how still it is when a player hits it, and he did it perfectly again, just didn't hit the target.
So Roma in front at the break, but Sampdoria have offered a threat going forward. Can they level things up in the second half? Roma on course for the quarter-finals right now. The second 45 is on the way next. Is on the way next.
Grab your own slice of paradise and more. The Euro Millions jackpot is 80 million euro. Play in-store, in-app or online today. Grab your own slice of paradise and more. The Euro Millions jackpot is
Our job isn't about us. We're here to guide others 24/7. It's all about remaining focused under pressure. I can't afford to have a pounding headache. So when pain is tough, I choose Panadol Extra Soluble, as it's up to 30% more powerful than standard paracetamol tablets. When tough pain is gone, life takes its place.
Enjoy your independent time this Saturday. How much is your house worth? Find out with our in-depth analysis of house prices in every area of the country in our special supplement. Plus, leading economists David McWilliams and Dan O'Brien give their expert assessment of where the property market is going this year. And we've got exclusive recipes and health advice to transform your life from Lean in 15 author and body coach Joe Wicks. Irish Independent on Saturday. It's your weekend.
Are you sure that's the tune, Emily? You're far from perfect, but that's just what he likes about you. If you don't like your imperfections,
Someone else will.
find your match on our app, just like Emily. Match.ie. Join free today.
They're not thinking about Board Gosh Energy.
Hibernation. Well, it's not like going out as an option.
And we're on. Switch to Board Gosh Energy today and get €150 back off your bills plus 12% off your electricity and 10% off your gas. And back to not thinking about us.
Uh-oh, baby bear's awake. False alarm.
Us again.
€150. We're going out for the night.
A bonus for switching? It helps if it's Board Gosh Energy. Us again.
Persil presents concentrated Persil Power. Practice makes perfect. But practice makes stains. Persil capsules with powerful stain removal in every spin.
Always keep away from children.
Sensitive teeth can be repaired. You have the sensitivity because you've lost the protective layer on the top of the tooth, which has exposed these micro holes in the sensitive part of the teeth. Sensodyne Repair and Protect provides a hard layer which gives a strong repair for sensitive teeth. With Sensodyne Repair and Protect, there's evidence behind it. That's why I recommend it. Sensodyne Repair and Protect provides a hard layer.
Get ready, because I'm warning you. This stage is about to explode with major piggy power. They're going to be spicy, no?
Say, see it first this weekend.
Don't miss this month's hottest offers on bombdeal.ie. This terrible laptop, these unfashionable phone covers, these unwanted bra CDs, this 40-year-old turtle, or how about this overloved celebrity duvet cover? Don't settle for a bum deal. Come to the home of the experts. Sell your car for free on cbg.ie. Car Buyer's Guide, putting you in the driving seat.
Discover new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Great Coke taste with zero sugar.
Available to buy and keep in Sky Store now.
Took a job looking for some men to join me. Difficult? Impossible.
Own it now before it's in the shops.
He's got an army. We got 7. This is not going to end well. These people deserve their lives back. What could go wrong?
Buy and keep the Magnificent 7 now. You'll get it straight to your TV, across your devices, and the DVD direct to your home. Buy and keep the Magnificent 7 in Sky Store now.
Let the games begin.
Get ready for 3 times the Premier League action with a Nissan Super Sunday triple header. Live only on Sky Sports.
The Coppa Italia continues next week on Sky Sports. On Tuesday, it's Napoli against Fiorentina, 7:40 p.m. Sky Sports 1, and Juventus and Milan meet again on Wednesday, 7:40 Sky Sports 2 and Sky Sports Mix. Tonight at the Stadio Olimpico, this moment of magic has put Roma in front against Sampdoria, delivered by Radja Nainggolan, who picked his spot and found it beautifully. And that's the difference so far. But, Gary, we've seen enough from Sampdoria to suggest that they could be a threat in the second half.
You feel if they just got somebody who could get into double figures as a striker, they might have an opportunity to cause an upset. But at the moment, they just don't seem to have that quality in that final third to upset a shaky-looking back three.
Yeah, they put pressure on, which would suggest that they will continue to do so, because Roma have looked concerned without Kostas Manolas in the starting 11 tonight. So Manolas not there, and that Roma back three has looked shaky, and Sampdoria will be hoping that another opportunity like the one which fell the way of Luis Muriel in the opening minutes will come their way in this second half to keep them in the Coppa Italia.
grew into the first half though, didn't they, Roma? As long as that first half went on, you thought the goal was coming, it did come, and then you thought, well, they might just snatch another one before half-time. They are in the ascendancy, and they're just going to take that into the second half now and keep that pressure on Sampdoria.
In terms of the support cast tonight, the Roma bench, they have Francesco Totti. We've seen plenty of him already. The camera's always focusing on Roma's most famous son. There's also Kevin Strootman as well. Thomas van Manolas, we mentioned him, he's on the bench tonight. Sampdoria, their backup this evening is Fabio Quagliarella, the 33-year-old Italian striker, once of Juventus, who they could be calling upon this evening.
Really think for Sampdoria, we just saw Dzeko there coming back out, and he's had hardly any opportunity in that first half at all. He's had no real decent service, but you feel at some point in the second half, the longer he stays on the pitch, something is going to come his way.
Sampdoria players late out onto the pitch. One of those was Carol Lanetti, who's joined the fray now. I say he's joined the fray, just tying his lace now, before we get the second half on the way at the Stadio Olimpico. The winners of this will face Cesena in the quarter-finals of the Coppa Italia. Sampdoria hearts twice in the Coppa Italia, beating them in the finals of 1986 and 1991. And Sampdoria were denied the doubles by Roma's Coppa Italia final victory. And of course to beat them again here in the last 16. Who struck the crossbar with a thumping drive in the first half. There's Juan Jesus, now Daniele De Rossi. Followed by Matthias Silvestre. It's Berezinski. Budimir trying to bring the ball under his spell and crosses in to Rui. Rudiger. There's Perez. That's Fazio. Perez. Trying to slip the ball through to Nainggolan. Dzeko lurking in the middle. Silvestre made sure it didn't creep through to him. De Rossi. There's El Shaarawy. Through now to Edin Dzeko! Mocked last season. Magnificent this. Goal number 19 of his campaign.
Well, Sampdoria not happy with that. No wonder, far too easy. But what did I say a couple of minutes ago? Dzeko, no service in the first half. Something's got to come his way, and when it did come his way, finished it beautifully. Don't really clear the lines. A bit tippy-tappy. There's a hint of offside there. The assistant wasn't really up with that. Take nothing away from the finish. Composure personified there. Gioni came out. There you see, still a bit to do. Gioni thought he was going to go near post, goes across him. Very confident finish.
Well, Roma fans have been craving for a 20-goal-a-season striker since the days of Gabriel Batistuta. There's Edin Dzeko to be the man. There's one goal off that target right now. And the form he's in We know he missed a penalty at the weekend. We know he has some glaring misses in his locker. He didn't think he was about to miss that.
Not at all, but that's not an easy finish because you know you're one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And if you do miss it, you're going to get stick from the crowd. He didn't miss it, finished it very calmly indeed.
Bit of a mountain to climb now for Sampdoria, who have been caught offside from that corner.
Going back to Dzeko, I think what it is, it's the way he plays, the way he is on the pitch. And here's the offside decision the assistant gave. Not going to show us. But Dzeko, he's got that demeanour about him when he was in England as well. And I think that's what goes against him more than anything. He's not a Lionel Messi, he's not a Cristiano Ronaldo, he's not a Neymar or a Suarez, but he is a Dzeko, and when he gets the service, he will score your goals.
Well, it got so bad last season, he's been mocked by his own fans. Edin Dzeko went almost 12 hours without a goal from November 2015 to February 2016. But he's kept at it, things have changed, his look has changed, and Roma have got the benefits of it. Paredes. Referee having a good impression of a defensive midfielder. It was Budimir, stopped in his tracks by Juan Jesus.
Couldn't take advantage of the referee's intervention there, Sampdoria.
Ball swept forward here for El Shaarawy by Edin Dzeko. El Shaarawy was trying to feed it back into the path of Dzeko.
Trying to be too unselfish there. I think he could have done a little bit more himself.
Edin Dzeko again is onside here. Dzeko able to smuggle that through to Nainggolan. There's Regini leading the breakout for Sampdoria. There's Muriel. Will spark Sampdoria into life here. And into Fazio though. You can see the look of frustration on the face of Sampdoria head coach Marco Giampaolo just as that second goal went in, right at the start of the second half, just after he delivered his half-time sermon to try and plot a way back into it for his team.
He went mad, and you can understand why, because his team didn't clear the lines. They had the opportunity, gave it straight back to Roma, and the next minute it's in the back of the net, and you can guarantee he would have said, start the second half very tight, don't give anything away.
There's Bruno Fernandes. Trying to take on one too many in the end.
There's the Muriel a couple of minutes ago. I say, you feel if they had Dzeko in their squad, they might be a little bit higher up the league. Well, certainly they would have been higher up the league. Top scorer Muriel, 6 goals this season.
There's Dzeko again. Fell to El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy. Regini in the end, but Nainggolan did well just to take the man away and open up the space there for Stefan El Shaarawy.
Dzeko who started that move up. Held the ball up really well.
Perez. Rudiger.
Oh, he's done it again, hasn't he? Did it once in the first half in a similar position. Got into a good area, smashed it right across the face of the goal, overhead height. He's done exactly the same minute of the second half. The problem for Sampdoria now is they've got to get back in this game, which they have. It could open up for Roma. And there you have the likes of Shaarawy, who's got pace, direct, running at defenders. The threat of Dzeko, Nainggolan. Luckily for them, the second goal's gone in early in the second half, so they can still be disciplined and try and get themselves back in the game at the same time.
Filip Juricic. There's Linetti. Bruno Fernandes. Budimir with a header.
Flag gone up again. Ball with the outside of the foot coming up here. Yeah, he's clearly in an offside position there. Stood offside when the ball came in.
Well, under Luciano Spalletti will try and play the ball out from the back. Despite Sampdoria standing right on their toes, they will back themselves to beat the press.
Twice Sampdoria should have nicked it there. A little bit more conviction.
Rui to pick out Nainggolan.
Tell you what, he's taken to that role reasonably well, hasn't he, Nainggolan? He's getting in just behind Dzeko, he's getting himself in the box. So it's a different discipline altogether from the one he's been used to. Just behind Dzeko, he's getting himself in the box. So it's a different discipline altogether from the one he's been used to.
Edin Dzeko trying to lose his man in the middle. In by De Rossi, and Edin Dzeko with the header, which comes back on the post. Rudiger, the goalkeeper, deals with that. So that was all about the movement there of Edin Dzeko.
As is always the case in the penalty box, half a yard, that's all it takes. A little bit of movement, beautifully done there by Dzeko. Knew exactly what he was doing. Just a little flick, knew where he was, knew where the goal was, and look at Rudiger here when it comes back up the post. Smashes it again, and to be fair, Gioni does well, gets up very quickly and keeps it out again.
Comfortable this time for Sampdoria to deal with.
That's the thing, the set pieces, especially corners, have been awful from Roma, but they're causing a few problems because they're that bad. The best one we've seen, the best opportunity, but Dzeko made that opportunity something out of nothing, because that was a difficult thing to pull off.
He pretty much scored Manchester City's forgotten goal, didn't he, Edin Dzeko? The equaliser against Queen's Park Rangers on that famous day when Sergio Aguero took his place in history.
Yeah. Everybody forgets things like that, don't they? Glory goes to the man who gets that winning goal. But the man who gets you back in it deserves credit as well.
Perez couldn't reach El Shaarawy. Dodo was in the way. Linetti. Is there still something in this for Sampdoria?
Just trying to do a little bit too much. Could have played it a little bit earlier there. Decent run.
El Shaarawy. Berezinski hanging in there, helped out by Juricic. Muriel has Antti Budimir up with him. He tried to slide it through to Fernandes. Goes Perez on the charge as ever for Roma. Now Edin Dzeko. Perez on the charge as ever for Roma. De Rossi. Rudiger. Edin Dzeko once more. Faced by Dodo. Rudiger. Perez. Dzeko once more. Straight through to Edin Dzeko, and that's a fabulous stop from Puccioni.
Well, they're certainly not barracking him now, are they? Dzeko, the crowd. Comes his way, wonderful first touch, sets it up, and that is a fabulous save, it really is. Because that looks destined for the bottom corner all day long. And to get down that quickly, 6'2", 35 years of age, it's a terrific save.
His in-tray may be full again here, as he looks to deal with this corner. Christian Puccioni. by De Rossi, thumping header away by Bruno Fernandes. Dodo. Signorini. Now Juricic. On loan at Sampdoria from Benfica. With that short spell at Southampton a couple of seasons ago. Juricic. It's Berezinski. Lucas Signorini. Lanetti. Alisson deals with it.
There's not a great deal to do, has he, Alisson?
Lanetti. Deals with it. Roma amassed 86 points in the calendar year 2016, the fourth highest of any team in Europe's top leagues. Still, they couldn't wrestle the Scudetto out of the grasp of Juventus, but maybe this is their year.
These are the sort of games you've got to keep that momentum going. Winning's a very good habit.
De Rossi, straight to Juricic, who will have to stretch. Stretch he did, and he's moved away from Juan Jesus.
Heavy touch. Well, he gets away with it.
He's got away with that one. Juricic. This now is Karol Lanetti, and this is Budimir. And that's how close Sampdoria were to getting themselves back into this game.
Well, that is the difference I was speaking about earlier. Had they got a Jacko in the team, they'd be further up the table. This has got to be converted. That's a powder puff challenge there. They work it well. Eventually it comes to the big striker, and he goes across the keeper, but he's got to at least hit the target or make the goalkeeper make a save.
Well, they had a little bit of luck on the way, but they worked it nicely, Sampdoria. El Shaarawy has got away from Berezinski. El Shaarawy! Beautifully done! Roma have a ticket to the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia in the palm of their hand. El Shaarawy makes it 3.
Well, I'll tell you two things here. One, we know they should have scored at the other end, Sampdoria. But who puts this ball through to El Shaarawy? You watch this when it's in the replay. The man with the number 9 on his back plays that ball beautifully, but El Shaarawy does absolutely brilliantly here. Takes it in his stride. He's determined. Players could have gone down there. Good touch. Sees the goalkeeper off his line. He gets a touch on it, but just can't keep it out. It's just enough on it. Beautifully finished. There. Difficult for him. Gets the chest control right. Pugioni just cannot keep it out. Wonderful all round. The ball from Jacko, absolutely brilliant.
Cue the entrance of Francesco Totti, who will replace Edin Dzeko. Meanwhile, Sampdoria made a change of their own with Patrick Schick coming on. But Edin Dzeko came alive when a chance came his way, scoring the second goal, an important goal for Roma as they moved ahead of Sampdoria. Could have had another 2, but here comes the man that they all come to see, Francesco Totti.
Yeah, he must be delighted with Dzeko's performance, though. Didn't have a lot of service in that first half, but second half really came into his own. The cult hero is on the pitch at 40 years of age. Will he be able to add to those 3 goals? If he does, the stadium will go mad.
Here is Totti, playing for Roma for the 25th calendar year. Made his debut in 1993, became captain of this club in 1998. When he was younger, his mother actually turned down a move to Milan for him. He wanted to play for this club. Real Madrid and Manchester United have tried to sign him in the past, but his name is almost stitched across that Roma badge.
Not many players stay loyal, do they? He's certainly one of them. How long can he carry on, though? How long will that body allow him to carry on?
mentioned in the first half, he's still making an impact, and he says as long as he's doing that, why should he quit? Why should he retire?
If he's got other players, younger players, to do his work around him, why not? If he can be fitted in there, not just for the sake of being a hero, but because he can still offer something to the team.
Berezinski for Sampdoria. Going to try and give Roma something to think about here. Berezinski for Sampdoria. Juricic. It's sloppy and pounced upon by Bruno Perez.
What a bad touch that was, by the way. The adrenaline, you can see it rushing through his body there. That was quite funny.
There's De Rossi. Nainggolan. How many times did you have to chase after your own pass?
Not that many. My touch was pretty good. It's one of my strong points. So they told me. Not that many. My touch was pretty good. One of my strong points. He's had a breather there. Looked better of going on that one again, didn't he?
Paredes. Totti. Maybe touch from him, but he got away with it. Can't do anything wrong in this stadium, Francesco Totti. Maybe.
Yeah, could have played the easy ball there. He looks to be a little bit overweight. A little bit on there. You just feel, though, when he does retire, he'll have a part to play at this football club. Overweight. A little bit on there. Youngsters can learn a great deal off a player like him.
Looks like Diego Perotti will be coming on shortly for Roma. 25 minutes to play this cup tie. Nuno Fernandes. He's been in the goals. Patrick Schick, who came onto the pitch a few moments ago, 5 in his last 7 games. Sampdoria need a couple from him now. It's the end of the night for Stefan El Shaarawy. And on in his place comes Diego Perotti.
2 goal scorers gone off, just Nainggolan maybe to go off. Another ovation. And 3 really good goals as well, 3 different goals.
All is good around here right now, apart from the Roma fans who are still boycotting the Stadio Olimpico because of the new security measures that have been implemented. The south curve has been split into sections, which they're not happy with. The same has happened in the north curve as well, which has led Lazio to boycott games. Lazio fans, they've sold just 4,000 season tickets this season, a drop of 72%. Those that have turned up tonight wearing Roma's colours, happy with what they've seen as Dennis Pratt comes on to replace Carol Linetti.
It must have been done for the right reasons. These things aren't implemented for the sake of it. It's really more for the players, really, when a lot of the fans are boycotting it. I wonder if they'll be boycotting it if they overtake Juve in the league.
Well, they are turning up to training, the Roma fans, to give their support to the team then. Luciano Spalletti wants them to fill this place in their numbers again and to stop the boycott and the protest about what's happened to the south curve. Off the head of Fazio, Alisson should claim it. Schick making life awkward for him.
He did a great deal there, Schick, did he? Just stood. Yeah, didn't do do a great reel. No, there's no foul there. Stood. Goalkeepers get protected again.
You know, it's something that Wojciech Szczesny has spoken about. The difference between the Premier League and Serie A is that the goalkeepers get even more protection in Italy than we see in Britain.
You saw that just there. No contact at all. If anything, it was from the man on the ball. Rudiger.
Perotti moving forward, moving up the gears. And this now is Francesco Totti. His moment of glory denied him.
Well, you don't lose your touch, do you? He certainly didn't. Didn't panic.
Scored the winning penalty here against Sampdoria when they met in Serie A in September. It says he was a little nervous before taking it. It was late on in the game, in injury time, and Totti slammed home the penalty.
Saw that penalty. Didn't look anything nervous about it to me.
Lovely ball from Fernandez. Muriel will try and get to it. Beaten to the punch by Perez.
They won't want to concede. They want to keep a clean sheet. It's offside to me, and again the assistant wasn't up with the play. It was a cracker across the face of the goal. Good awareness by Perez. It certainly looked offside.
Dealt with by Nainggolan. Sigarini who fired it back in. It will be another corner.
Decent response from Sampdoria.
Sigarini who fired it back in.
It's going to be difficult to get anything out of this game, but you've seen teams come back. And it takes one goal to put pressure on.
Patrick Schick looking to try and make an impact, and it was over the top from Regini.
There's the first touch, real classy first touch. Again, good position. He's had a lot to do, hasn't he? Fugioni. His work has been good.
Well, it could be another Totti on the way through at Roma because his 10-year-old son Christian is part of the youth ranks here. No pressure.
His work has been good.
Roma getting a little bit sloppy, and this is Sigarini. With that ball through, and Fernandez, and this is Patrick Schick. Flank's gone up against him, and the goal is denied.
Oh, the assistant on this side, I saw a couple of minutes ago, wasn't it with play? Was it with play this time? This right. Yeah, he's got that one right. Good finish. Very composed.
He's impressed immediately since signing for Sampdoria. That's Patrick Schick. Roma had a look at him as well.
Finish. You're right about Roma getting a little bit sloppy though. Just lost a bit of concentration, lost a bit of focus. Easy to do when you think you've won it 3-0.
It's Pratt. Sigarini. Catch a glimpse earlier on of Sampdoria's owner Massimo Ferrero, who, as I mentioned earlier, is a Roma fan. He's an eccentric character, a film director. His plan is to fill the Sampdoria team with Italians in their 20s. That's the plan going forward. But right now, the head coach Marco Giampaolo is under a bit of pressure. Needs a result or two. He's a manager who's twice been fired by Massimo Cellino and twice been reinstated by Massimo Cellino.
Well, you talk about Italian players. There's only 3 Italian players in the Sampdoria team. There's only a couple in the Roma team that started. You talk about Italian players. There's only 3.
That is the plan at Sampdoria. Want to bring their own players through and then sell them all for profit as well.
That's always been the case. Years ago when Italian football was in its pomp, the majority of the team were made up of Italian players. So only have, what, 5 out of the 22 who started Italians. Seems a bit strange. The majority of the team were made up of Italian players. Only have, what, 5 out of the 22 who started Italians. Seems a bit strange.
There's the Brazilian Dodo. De Rossi. Nainggolan. It's Fazio. Juan Jesus to De Rossi. Looking for Perotti. Nainggolan. It's Fazio. Oh, that cracked out before Berezinski got to it. Sampdoria winless in their last 5 games, and that will not be changing tonight in terms of they won't be winning. Berezzi winless in 6 though. They're not in any immediate danger in Serie A.
No danger at all. Look at the bottom 3. Miles in front of them. But where's the ambition after that?
Immediate danger in Serie A. Paredes looking for Rui. It was better when he pictured it in his head.
Slightly wrong. I think the offside flag might just have helped him there. Go up the flag. Yes, it did. A little bit of guesswork from the assistant over there.
Roma in firm control of this game.
I thought I enjoyed it. I think the desire out there from both teams is evident from the first whistle. Really good start by Sampdoria. Should have gone 1-0 up with Muriel.
Firm control of this game. Berezinski in trouble here. Perotti. There's Nainggolan. Now it's Francesco Totti. Again, Puccioni denies him. Plenty of venom in that effort from the Roma legend.
And you feel, even 5 years ago, that might have been in the back of the net. Still a good strike. Good height for the goalkeeper again. You say, yeah, 35. Puccioni's had a good night's work. The 3 goals. The first one, Nainggolan, no chance. Second one from Dzeko, probably the same. Third one, beautifully finished by Sharawi. So he's been beaten by real quality on 3 occasions.
Roma hungry for more. There's Totti again. Mario Rui. There's Patrick Schick. Looking for Luis Muriel, who could be in here. Trying to get away from Juan Jesus. Wants to keep him just about at arm's length.
Wonderful defending by Juan Jesus there. Muriel had just got beyond him, but his body in between. Muriel and the ball there very well.
Have been averaging 3 goals a game at home this season. Once again, they've hit that mark tonight. Off goes Dodo. On comes Pavlovic. To move things around at the back tonight, Sampdoria. They've conceded 3 goals and they're heading out of the Coppa Italia at the last 16 stage. Pavlovic is a Swiss defender. So off for Roma goes Mario Rui to warm applause from the home fans here, and on his place comes Ellison, a straight swap in that left wing-back role.
I thought they'd been tempted to take Nainggolan off. Just give him a bit of a breather.
Juricic. Silvestre. Now Barazinski. Juricic again. It's Pavlovic. Silvestre. There's Dennis Prater, signing from Anderlecht in the summer. He spent 5 years with Anderlecht. Juricic again. Bruno Fernandes.
There's that goal. Great desire from Shawari. Fujioni nearly keeps it out, but the desire could have gone down very easily. You've seen players do that, but stayed on his feet. Realised what an opportunity had come his way. Great desire from Shawari. Fujioni nearly keeps it out, but the desire could have gone down.
A glimpse there of Kostas Manolas, who is on the Roma bench here tonight, and one possible cloud on the horizon is that clubs are after him, and Luciano Spalletti says if he is sold in this January transfer window and there's no reinvestment, he will kick up a fuss. And one thing you don't want is Luciano Spalletti kicking up a fuss.
You can understand it. Your best players are being cherry-picked by clubs with more money. Once upon a time, the Italian league was the place to be. Wages were very good. Now it's obviously in England. Wages are absolutely massive. In China, of course, clubs with more money are taking key players from all over the place. Tevez has gone there. Looks like Costa could be going. Toure turned it down, didn't he, apparently, for a lot of money. It was good to see. But when you get that much money waved in front of you, 400,000 a week, yeah, staggering. Good to see.
You'd have been off like a shot, wouldn't you?
Makes my £5 a week at Longing United quite insignificant, doesn't it?
You have the medals, Gary.
I wouldn't swap it for the world. Makes my £5 a week at Longing United quite insignificant, doesn't it?
Rudiger. This is Fazio. From De Rossi. Here's Muriel. Rudiger. And Silvestre. This is Fazio. De Rossi. These two will meet again in Genoa pretty soon, before the month is out. Roma go in search of hunting down Juventus at the top of Serie A. Totti. Genoa pretty soon. You mentioned Italy being a place to be in the 80s and 90s, and of course Sampdoria's golden era in the early 80s to the early 90s was kick-started by the likes of Graham Souness and Trevor Francis. Now win the Coppa Italia. Perotti saw the gap and went for it, and almost found the bottom corner.
It's a wonderful try, it really is. You saw exactly what he wanted to do there. Running at defenders, had to pick his spot. He got a real whip on it as well, and Gianni a little bit concerned for a moment there. Two fine players, Trevor Francis and Graham Souness, went a lot when they went to play in Italian football.
There was some Sampdoria squad in that golden era, of course Gianluca Vialli and Roberto Mancini.
Lucky enough to play with one of those two we've mentioned in Trevor Francis, and lucky enough to play against the other one, Graham Souness, in that great Liverpool side.
Still got the marks, have you?
Yeah. No, I was a bit further up the pitch then, so I probably got out of it, but no, terrific players, pair of them.
Sampdoria of today, on the wrong end of this scoreline right now. 7 minutes left to play. Roma will be facing Cesena in the quarter-finals of the Coppa Italia. Pavlovic. This is Trot. Pavlovic. It's Muriel. Pavlovic. Now Prot. Muriel. This is Sigarini. Luis Muriel.
Not the greatest attempt, was it, there by Muriel? It's a bit more like Gertrude there than Muriel. Not the greatest strike, tried too much power there. Well, if I was Gianpaolo, the Sampdoria coach, I'd try and break the bank for a striker who's going to get you a number of goals you possibly can. That ball looked to have gone out of play initially there, the byline. Certainly did look out, and again the assistant didn't get back in time to see it. What's he doing there? Harrison.
Roma playing themselves into trouble, and Sampdoria looking to try and give their clutch of fans who travel to Rome something to cheer about here. And Roma doing their best to make that happen as well.
And it's the goalkeepers having to play the ball out from the back now.
There's Nainggolan. Now Perotti. Roma have been in charge of this game ever since they struck through Rada Nainggolan. Before that, Sampdoria had offered a little bit of a threat. Roma have since disappeared from view.
That's the thing, in the first 15-20 minutes, Roma really shaky at the back. And Sampdoria really should have profited, but didn't take advantage of the opportunities that came their way, and next minute, you're out the game.
There's Totti. It's almost as if when he's on the pitch, the Roma players feel implored to give him the ball.
Certainly is the way, isn't it? With all great players, I think it's the same. Maybe coming to the end of their careers, teammates know it.
There's Perotti. Looking to cause further damage here for Sampdoria. No takers in the middle for Roma.
He looks a player as well, doesn't he, Perotti? I love to see a player like him. Great balance. Loves to run at defenders. Go both ways, inside out.
Here he goes again. Once again, taking on Berezinski. Once again, moving away from Berezinski.
So difficult to stop those sort of players who can go at you on the inside, can take you down the outside.
Well, credit to those Sampdoria fans who made the journey to Rome tonight for this. Right of what could have been had Luis Muriel not struck the post in the opening minutes. Pavlovic. Here is Muriel, now Prat. Muriel wants it back, Prat belatedly thought about finding him. Now Nainggolan. There's Perotti, who, as we said in the first half, took Edin Dzeko's place as a false number 9 as he was last season when Edin Dzeko was struggling. A reminder of that newspaper headline, rather a false number 9 than a failed number 9. Edin Dzeko has certainly responded to that criticism this season, and he's popped up with a goal again tonight.
I'll tell you what, would have been easier for him to have said, right, I don't want to stay here. I'm getting barracked by the crowd, don't need this. But he's not. He said, right, okay, I'll show you. There's a lot of players who do that. Roll their sleeves up and say, I'm not having it. A lot of players nowadays just down tools. Say, right, okay, fine. Dzeko.
Rudiger. There's Paredes. Fazio. Emerson. Perotti. Totti. Perfect ball. It's Emerson. There's Diego Perotti. Silvestre makes the block. Pugiani went flying across his goal to preempt a save.
Just thinking now, Perotti again, wonderful first touch. And thinking of all three goals. All three goals have had great first touches about them.
Roma have been a class above in the end tonight.
Just the final third, they've been so much classier. And that's the major difference.
Perotti, yet again. Nainggolan! Perfect end to a perfect night for Roma.
Well, another wonderful goal created by Perotti. He's been so impressive as he came on, but the timing of the run by Nainggolan was absolutely sensational. You don't see many midfield players do that anymore. Used to see Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard. There's a that'll do it. Look at Perotti, steps inside, put his shot, but wonderfully played in there. Gianni comes out, thinks he can get there, but nowhere near. Nainggolan didn't even flinch. Could have thought the goalkeeper was coming out, he was going to get clattered. Doesn't bother him. He gets in there, scores another cracker.
You get the feeling even if a 10-ton truck was coming towards Nainggolan, he still wouldn't pull out.
Yeah.
But we just saw the owner there at Sampdoria again. He's a Roma fan, he's from this city. But he'll be hurting tonight by seeing his team crumble like this. His Sampdoria team taken apart by Roma in the end.
Yeah, but it's been class that's undone them on 4 separate occasions. 4 goals have all been different, but all wonderfully created and beautifully finished. You sit here with a smile on your face when you see things like that out on the pitch, you really do. And you hear about players demanding the guys to leave a football club, down tools and won't play, and you think, oh, what a disgrace that is. And then you see this, and you think, well, that outweighs individuals who do the other.
Still a few Sampdoria fans with smiles on their faces. Still get the feeling now that a team with a bit more punch up front would have given that Roma back line a few more problems tonight, because they were wobbling early on. At the other end of the pitch, they have taken care of business.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
There's Pratt. Pavlovic. This now is Sigarini.
Well, the fans who turned up here tonight have really got the money's worth in terms of the result, the goals, the class of the goals. You got a yellow card, have we?
No. That's not to say we shouldn't have had one.
No, first half especially.
And Roma taking a risk or two. There's Rudiger. Paredes beaten to the punch. Fernandez trying to neatly turn that ball on for Schick. Paredes. Roma strut into the last 8 of the Coppa Italia, and they will take some stopping in this competition. 4 goals tonight, a couple for Nainggolan. Edin Dzeko on target again. Likewise, Stefan El Shaarawy. 4 wonderful goals in their own right. I've seen Roma go through. It's another defeat for Sampdoria. No wins in 6 for them now. The pressure building on their coach. Roma the winners by 4 goals to 0. And This is how Roma did it here.